Welcome back to the Wellness Studio podcast. This is the third and final part to our Wellness Case File series with Octavia Sirius. Across the last two episodes, we walked through the problem and the turning point. Today, we arrive at the transformation, the wisdom, the healing, and the new way of being that has emerged. So, Octavia, how are you feeling as we come close to a close of this three-part journey?
Wow. It seems so unreal that we did these three parts. Like it went so fast. Like
Yeah.
I know that it will take some time to process it, maybe a week, but I can feel like the changes, but I cannot grasp them right now, if it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like I slept so much yesterday. I slept, like we finished recording, I slept from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Oh, it was a long one.
Yeah, I felt like my body was recovering from like everything we talked about, like everything we shared. Like I think it was a
Hmm.
very emotional and healing process for me. So yeah, I felt my body was recovering and healing from everything that I've shared with you.
I love that because the point of the podcast is to help our listeners heal and be on their journey, but it's nice to know that our guest is still going through that process. I'm still going through that process. Like it's all happening in real time.
Yeah, I think sometimes healing does does happen subconsciously. You don't understand it, but your body does.
Hmm.
You just have to honor where your body is at. And so when I felt very tired, I went to sleep. And when woke up, I was like, wow. I don't sleep. I don't do naps like most of the time. But yeah, that was strange. And I knew that it was my body healing.
Hmm.
Also today is, by the way, a new moon in Sagittarius. Ooh, happy new
Oh,
moon. Yeah.
okay. Thank you.
So yeah, it was intentional. I wanted to end the episode on new moon in Sagittarius, this new moon in Sagittarius, because it's very powerful. Sagittarius is all about new beginnings. It's all about dreams, all about
Mhm.
a new chapter in our lives. So I put the intention on this new moon that this episode finds the people that needs it the most at the moment.
Hmm.
And yeah, that they get what they need from this, from me sharing my journey with through this episode.
Yes, I
Mhm.
love that. I was just thinking when you said that, like, yay, I've been in manifesting and setting intentions that the right listeners come, and I'm like, now I got two people besides me and
That's so
Jason.
awesome.
So it's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, I'm sure um well, the fact that we're filming this today is gonna be amplified with this new moon in Sagittarius. So definitely your podcast is gonna attract way more listeners than like you're gonna see because we're doing this today. It's like we're putting the
Yeah,
intention right into the universe to for
yeah,
the people to find it, and they will.
yeah, I agree. So after hearing your story unfold across these episodes, has anything shifted or settled differently inside of you?
Yeah, it's a lot. So, mm, so because it's a year that it's been a year that I did not talk about this, like my journey, my past. Talking about it makes me think like, wow, like looking back, I'm thinking like, I really went through all of this.
Mm,
It seems like so far away and
hmm.
so different. Like when you remove yourself from that environment and you no longer talk to those people, they seem
Hmm.
so far away, like strangers. And
Yeah,
because of all the healing I've done on myself, seems like I don't know, my memory is being erased or cleaned from
yeah,
everything. And it's like I'm reprogramming my mind and my
absolutely.
body to a new like identity. It seems like I've never had that environment before. It's like I grew up in a different environment and it all starts now. It's like in 1 year, it's like I'm healing my inner child and she's having complete different experience and complete different like parents, if it makes sense.
Hmm.
So it's fascinating, honestly, to see this.
Yeah, like what that makes me think of, because you mentioned that a little bit in episode 2, is that it goes back to time is not linear. We, as humans, we think
Mhm.
of past, present, future, but like something that you're doing now can completely alter your past. So like you doing
Yes.
all of this healing work can alter what happened in the past.
Hmm.
And that's what it makes me think of.
Yeah. So sharing this, it's like, wow. It's like, who is this? It's very fascinating, honestly.
So when you look back at the challenges you named in part 1, how do you understand them differently now?
Hmm. So, like when you are in that very dark place, it is easy to start thinking like this is happening to me, that I am being punished. That's
Hmm.
why I was put in this household. So like like you have so much power over what you believe. And so when I am now like in this new place, that I am in this new environment, I can see it for what it is, and that it was never meant to be a punishment or meant to hurt me, and I was not put there by any god or anything like that. So you are not a victim of your circumstances. I want to say that
Hmm.
because I
Yeah.
used to believe that. And I want to have, I want to say, like, I have so much compassion for that version of myself because it is easy to believe this when you're there. Okay. And now that I am here, you are really not a victim of your circumstances. You can really change your reality. If you don't like your reality right now, you simply can create a new one. You have
Yeah.
that power because you are the creator of your reality. 100%. There is nobody creating your circumstances outside of yourself. Okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And also, I want to mention a book that really helped me
Hmm.
when I was in that situation. So the book's name is Conversations with God,
I think I've
and
heard of that.
yeah, the author is Neil Walsh, Neil Donald Walsh, and I was introduced to this book when I was still in my parents' home, and it completely changed my victim, like my victimhood like mentality.
Hmm.
It changed it to power, that I reclaimed my power through this book. It's a really good book. Like the summary of it is just that, like a conversation with God. How this author started writing questions to God, and how God was replying to him through channeling.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, channeling. And the first question God asked him was like, "Do you really want answers to your questions, or are you just venting?" And
Mm.
then Neil is like, "Well, I am venting, but
Yeah.
I would love answers as well." So
Yeah.
this is how it all started. It's very funny, very like beautiful, emotional, and it all ends with how God is within you. God is not your enemy. God does not want you to suffer. God is on your
Hmm.
side. And from that moment, like it all clicked in my mind. How can I use that power to change my life? And
Yeah.
the rest, happened.
I have two comments to what you just shared. One is that
Okay.
you make me think of the saying of it's not happening to me, it's happening for me. And that perspective shift is just everything. When something happens, going back and being like, what am I supposed to learn from this? What is this trying to teach me? What emotion is this bringing up? Because it, there is teaching at the end of the day, but sometimes when you're really in it, it's like hard to say, what is this teaching me? You could be like, what is this anger bringing up? What is this guilt bringing up? So to analyze it and realize that those emotions are coming up to be addressed and why.
Mhm.
So that has shifted my viewpoint so much to think about why is this happening for me? What is here for me?
Yeah, I
And
agree.
yeah.
Mhm.
And then the other one you just made me think of is that God is love. So when I was more of a practicing Christian in a non-denominational church, I really just loved that part of reading the Bible of the God is love and all of that. I didn't always resonate with he's wrathful and vengeful. Like, I think there's a time and a place, but that's not the point.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes.
that is not the point at all. And when I married my first husband, his dad was a self-proclaimed pastor. He didn't have any
Mhm.
and he wanted to write our marriage ceremony and stuff. And I knew I was like, he is all about the hate of God. Just it's a very angry perspective. That's that side of Christianity that I don't like. So I wrote it and I said, this is what you're allowed to say. And it was all about the love of God. And I pulled stuff from the
Yeah.
Bible that was about that, but he had a very hard time with that. He didn't want to say those things. He wanted to talk about
Mhm.
don't get divorced and this is what will happen if you do and
Mhm.
how you treat each other. It was all in a very negative light. And I'm like, none of it. I don't want any of it. That's not welcome here. So that was what you were making me think of when you talked about God is love.
Yeah, it is. And also, I've read the Bible, and
Hmm.
there is also the Quran, which is the book of the Muslims.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Bible is more chill. Like, if you check the Quran, it's all burning and hell, and God is there is no love. There is not any word called
About it.
love.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
the Arabic word is very harsh, and back in the days, the Arabic people were very harsh. Like men do not show love; they
Mm,
show strength. They go to war. They were
mm-hmm.
literally they were literally burying little girls alive. So it's
Mm,
very harsh environment when that was presented.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, like when I was seeking God, so I've read the Quran, I've read the Bible, I tried everything, and the only thing that made sense to me was this book, Conversations with God.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, like because I felt and God, like when he talks to Neil, he talks about like religions and everything, and I love that because it made sense to me the way he was describing that.
Yeah.
And it was just like he was so direct and sassy and to the point, and he's like, I am just love. I am nothing else that anyone is
Mm-hmm.
describing. And also he mentioned that God can be a she as well. And I love that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Because none of the religions that I knew of mentioned this. And I
Yeah.
always believed that God is a union between the feminine and the masculine. There
Yes.
is no
Yeah.
way it's only a he.
Mm-hmm.
And he also said, God appears to you in any form you feel comfortable. So for
Oh yeah.
me, God appears as Alexander, a masculine figure that I needed to heal myself. For you, it could be a mother, it could be he even mentioned like some deities or animals you feel comfortable with. So
Mm-hmm.
God has no form, has no gender, it's just love.
Yes. Yeah, I agree completely. Because when you said that, I was like, a sunset. Like it could be as simple as
Yes.
that.
Yeah, it made so much to me and it freed me in a way. Especially, I see that you can understand, especially that we have this religious trauma, like being
Mm-hmm.
freed from those beliefs. It's very beautiful
Yeah.
when you feel it.
Yeah, mine's kind of a mixed bag when it comes to that because I have the white father, but he wasn't practicing in any way, and then I have my native mom, and so I would just mix everything when I was little. And one thing from the native side is you have grandfather sun and grandmother moon, and that is that representation of the two
I love
genders,
this. It's
you know,
beautiful.
coming
Hmm.
together. And there's
Yeah,
many stories throughout Native culture that talk about that.
that's beautiful. I
Yeah.
really, really love um, the cultural background of these people, and I really want to dive more into that. I really
Yeah.
feel it. Like,
I'll
this
share
is
you
so
some
beautiful.
resources.
I'd love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what has changed most noticeably in your everyday life, emotionally, spiritually, or energetically?
Hmm. So I would say I laugh more. I am
Good.
happy more. I dream more. And now it's like no restrictions. It's not like a dream in the back of my mind. And it's like, oh, it will never happen. Stop thinking
Mm-hmm.
about it. Now it's like, oh, I want to do that. Let's do that now. I don't have
Mm-hmm.
to ask anybody. Also, I am more excited for the future when in the past I felt stuck about the future, like there was no future. The only thing that was is where I was. So it was not easy to see beyond that. And now
Mm-hmm.
it's like I see it clearly, like where I want to go. There is nothing in the way.
Yes, exactly.
Hmm.
Are there habits, rituals, or ways of thinking that now support you instead of keeping you small?
Mm. I would say just like reprogramming my whole subconscious mind and how I
Mm.
speak. Like how you speak to yourself is so
Oh yeah.
important. It's your inner dialogue. You have no idea how it can change your life. In the past, I was not talking to myself in a very loving way. I was
Yeah.
not aware of this power. And obviously, nobody teaches you that. Not you don't
Yep.
learn this at school. Your parents don't teach you that. Your friends or your teachers or your community or your religions don't teach you lovingly speaking to yourself can heal you. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
people, they started using affirmations and they healed their chronic diseases. Like it's crazy to
Yeah.
see this. The power of speech, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. I have a whole my big life container. I teaches exactly that, how we talk
That
to ourselves,
that's amazing. Yeah.
because it isn't taught. No one teaches you how to say how you love you, I support you, I believe in you. And instead, it's replaced with self-hate, self-blame, and like all these negative aspects. So I'm
Hmm.
with you on that one. What surprised you most about your resilience or capacity to heal?
Mm. So I would say how natural this happened. I don't know about other people's experiences. Maybe people that are listening had a different experience. But for me, my healing happened without me looking for it, without me asking for it, or like it just happened automatically.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you press the button of a spiritual awakening and you get free healing with it. You know? Like I said, um, like most of it was too intense for my brain to make sense of it. And so when I'm healing, it takes time for my brain to understand what's happening. For example, I would start crying without knowing why,
Mm-hmm.
or or something would happen and it does not make sense right now. Like why this is happening. And then a week later, when I sit with myself and try to understand it, I'm like, oh, okay, this event happened because something was supposed to be triggered within me. So I cry and release that energy.
Mm-hmm.
So most
Yeah.
of the healing, I feel like most of our healing is happening without our like understanding of it. It's just your soul is doing all the work because it's in the
Yeah.
seat now.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that makes me think of how you took that long nap. And what's coming to
Oh
me
yeah,
is like, it's
I
not, you
never
don't
take
always,
naps. I know what it is. So when I slept, I was like, wow. And because yesterday was very emotional, I think
Hmm.
this second episode was the most emotional for me because
Hmm.
the mention of my family in the past and when I was there, so being like transported back there, it brought a lot of things, I guess, new layers of healing.
Hmm.
So I'm happy I took that nap.
Yeah, but what's coming to me is that there's that part that's unseen. So when we're napping, I believe in the astral plane and like
Mhm,
things needed to happen for you so that the
mhm.
divine energies or even galactic, they could come in and do what they need to do to repair.
Made me laugh because, well, last night's dream was all about food. I don't know what's happening, but I'm dreaming about food. I was dreaming about like pasta.
Mm,
I love cooking, so I'm always looking for recipes. But I know,
uh-huh.
like on the astral planes, of course, my soul is healing, but like in my mind, I'm all about food.
That's still nourishing. They're like, let's give
Yeah,
her
it's
like the idea of
nourishing.
food
Yes.
while we
Oh,
do whatever it is we do.
and I wanted to mention that as well. Food can be so healing,
Hmm.
especially if you cook it with love. Like
Oh
when you
yes.
slow down and cook with love, and maybe if you can just put your hands on your food and just like send it some love, like
Hmm.
your body, your immune system is gonna love this, that
Yeah,
energy. Mhm.
absolutely. So what is the biggest lesson you're carrying from your journey?
I would say don't waste your time. Okay, we're here for a very limited amount of time.
Hmm.
And so be smart about it. Okay. Have a simple, healthy routine. Learn hobbies or side hustles that can help you make money and also follow your dreams. Life is too short to just wait on your dreams. Maybe in 10 years from now, maybe when I retire. No, you have no
Hmm.
idea. You have no idea like what can happen. And plan big. Like you're here on this beautiful experience and you have all this power of creation. So just ask and don't limit yourself. Okay? Know that
Hmm.
God is really your genie in a bottle. Like God
Yeah.
does not limit you. There is no like, no, you're not good enough for this, you know? So
Yep.
don't play it small and please don't keep yourself in toxic situations. Don't keep yourself in toxic environments or in
Hmm.
toxic relationships. Okay? And I really noticed like this comes naturally when you work on yourself, on your self-worth, and when you make it a priority to love yourself, like making healthy decisions comes so easily when you love yourself. I
Yes.
notice, yeah, most people stay in toxic situations or relationships because they do not have um, the self-love they need, or this maybe some the self-respect or self maybe it's the standards they need to leave those situations. So really, like make it a priority to love yourself, so that
Yes.
nothing can hold you back.
That's my whole purpose right there. The
Yeah.
self-love. I love
Yes.
that you brought up time is precious too, because it
Mhm.
is.
It
Yeah.
is.
When I did when I was really getting deep into meditation and really understanding what it was, I call it more of like my first real meditation, even though I'd been doing it for a long time. I transported up to an alien ship. They were purple beings, and they were telling me
Mm.
what it is that I was here for. And I heard that I'm a recorder here. But to begin with, it was the first thing he said to me was, "It's about time." Like,
Yeah.
what took you so long? I was like,
Oh.
oh, he was like, you were supposed to get
Well,
here sooner. And so it
well,
was a
so
little
I'm not
busy.
sure. Yeah, because there is the divine timing of all of it.
Yeah.
For example, I know that there is things that I'm supposed to manifest until I experience some things before. For example,
Yes.
traveling. I need to travel. This is one of my purpose. Like it's
Mm-hmm.
to travel. And because traveling is gonna heal some parts of me that are gonna unlock a new frequency or a new like version of myself, that version could now, for example, manifest the love of my life.
Mm-hmm.
It makes sense because I
Yeah.
know that my partner is foreign. I know that my partner
Mm.
is not like from my country and is not was not raised in a Muslim culture. He's
Mm-hmm.
foreign. Um, maybe yeah, had some religious trauma as well, but it's not
Not
like
the same.
yeah, not the same religion.
Mm-hmm.
And so I know that I need to travel and heal the limiting beliefs that came with my religion. That is, you can't marry someone from other religions or someone that is not Muslim or foreigner,
Mm.
because I have that ingrained in my subconscious. I need to travel. I need to heal, like see people from other cultures so
Yes.
that I can embody that version of me that is, oh yeah, like it's okay to marry a foreigner. It's
Mm-hmm.
normal. My body is gonna feel that is normal because I am with these people. I'm in this new culture. I see people wearing
Mm-hmm.
whatever they want, and women can go out past 6 p.m. So it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
wow, a new reality for my subconscious mind. So yeah, um, it's very important to um, understand this, your limiting beliefs, and also what you need to do to make them, to reprogram them.
Definitely.
Mhm.
I love that. And you really taught there too, in a nutshell, how do you manifest? It's normal. Like that was your first, it's normal that
Yeah,
I do whatever it is that it's normal. It's part of my
yeah.
life. That's just how it is.
Mhm.
What inner strengths did you discover that you didn't realize were already inside of you?
Mm. There is something that I'm really happy I have. It's a very helpful quality, which is how easily I can let go of toxic cycles.
That's a
When
good
I,
one.
yeah, when I notice I am being in a toxic cycle, I battle with this cycle until I win. I do
Mm-hmm.
not like when something has power over me. Again, because I know that I don't have time to waste. We have things to do, we have things to manifest, we have things to there's people to help, you have to
Mm-hmm.
go with your purpose. There's things to achieve. So I can't like let myself be like empowered by, like a toxic cycle or let it have power over me. Okay, so I battle it. I don't care how much time it takes. I am gonna win. I am
Yeah.
not letting this toxic cycle like stop me or block me from where I wanna go. So
Mm.
one of the toxic cycles I am like trying to heal now is scrolling,
Mm.
because I have these emotions coming up, especially in this time of the year. I don't know why. December
Oh,
always been very emotional for me
oh,
again.
it makes sense. Totally.
And a lot of people are going through this. I made a
Yes.
post last week, and everyone, the post was about winter depression and
Yep.
holidays sadness. And so many people replied. They were like, I feel this, but I don't like sharing it. I don't want to make my kids unhappy or my family unhappy. I want to participate in the holidays, but I feel sad.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked about this. It's like because you didn't take time to feel those feelings, and that energy is just trying to move, that sadness.
Yeah.
So right now, because I worked a lot, I tried to grow my business throughout the whole year. Um, like the month of December was an accumulation of a lot of sadness, me leaving, like the emotions of it.
Hmm.
Spending Christmas alone is also something I am very sad about this year. But yeah, so I noticed every time I feel these emotions, I am working and I end up scrolling for hours. It's
Yeah.
crazy. And so now it's like I am going all in to stop this. I even like downloaded an app that blocks
Yeah.
scrolling. You
Hmm.
can see how determined I am
Good.
to stop. So this is something I really like about myself. I think it comes because I'm a triple earth sign. Like I
Mm.
have all three earth signs. I have a Capricorn rising, a Virgo moon, and a Taurus Venus. So
Okay.
my earth sign people, like you, I think you're Capricorn, you mentioned,
Capricorn.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you understand this. You understand like the discipline it
Yep.
takes. Like my you understand, like earth sign people understand this. Like we don't have time to waste. We're just here to get stuff done. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a story to that. Like one
Mhm.
coach I like that I did one of her big containers was a 30-day plan, and you made three goals to do that. One of them was less time on the phone. And I was like, how am I going to do that? And I'm like, I'm going to put my phone outside of my room to sleep. And it was just supposed to be for the
Exactly.
30 days, and I do it.
Mhm.
So every night now when I'm going to bed, like I'm with my partner, we're watching a show, like we're talking instead of me lying down at 8 o'clock and scrolling on my phone. And that one
Mhm.
just stuck with that because that Capricorn side, like you said, I had a calendar and I had to check that off.
Wow.
So
I love
now
this.
the
I
phone
love this.
is outside
Yeah.
of the room at nighttime.
Hmm. Yeah, it's
And
just
sometimes it happens
discipline.
earlier now. Like I'll be like shower, it'll be like 6 p.m. The phone gets set there, and now it's
That's
just there for the
amazing.
night.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm really
Hmm.
happy like about this. Like it's so easy for especially Capricorns to have discipline.
Yeah.
They thrive. It's so easy. Like any sign cannot compare to their standards when it comes to like discipline.
Hmm. Yeah. I agree because like yeah, with the once the rules are there and the parameters are there, I usually do really well.
Hmm.
Yeah. Um, how has your spiritual connection deepened since choosing yourself and your freedom?
Hmm. I love this question. So, wow, it's very interesting to compare my spirituality when I was in that environment and how it changed when now I am like a year after. I know it's gonna sound weird, but I think after you do so much healing, I would say like a lot of especially Reiki healing, and
Yeah.
feeling all this sadness and a lot of reprogramming. And I want to say reprogramming your subconscious mind is not all fun and easy affirmations. Sometimes your subconscious mind can hold so much emotions, and especially sadness or fear. Sometimes I would put affirmations for an hour, for example, and then I stop. I would feel so sad after because my
Mm,
subconscious, like hearing those words, for example, I love you, you're
hmm.
beautiful, you're capable, you're good enough, is so healing that I would cry after listening to so much like affirmations. And so after so much healing, you go through this phase where your body don't need healing anymore. And you
Hmm.
try, uh, you try like to do more healing, and you need a pause, especially if you go all in. Your
Yeah.
body, your subconscious mind needs a pause from all of this healing. And like what can replace that healing, what is needed after so much healing is experiences.
Yes.
And I know it's not talked enough about in the spiritual community, but experiences can be so healing.
Yeah,
For example,
absolutely.
like I said, I mentioned traveling, meeting people from other cultures, being in a healthy relationship after so much like toxic relationships, maybe being with that person that makes you feel safe and loved when in the past you were in a toxic relationships that you were abused in. That's so healing when you experience that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, um, mm, yeah, for me, I would say like just having friends healed so much of my betrayal trauma. You know, people I can trust that really helped me heal that. Um, yeah, I think experiences are very spiritual and very healing.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
So sometimes meditation, Reiki, all of that um, is not necessary anymore. What you need is go out there, stop stop healing because I see a lot of people and they ask like why am I still sad? It's because you need to reprogram your body now into
Mm-hmm.
experiences that are gonna heal you. Okay?
Yeah,
And yeah, what can be healing and spiritual is connection, love, joy, play, yeah, fun. Having
absolutely.
fun. Having fun
Mm-hmm.
is very spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That's why people get like euphoria at a concert.
Yes, like healing
Mm-hmm.
your inner child is not always like Reiki and sadness and crying. It's also taking them see their favorite band or a hug from a friend. You know,
Mm-hmm.
those things are so healing.
Yeah, for me, like simple, you brought up big things like travel, and for those who might not have that, it's like cooking, doing something
Hmm.
simple for yourself, having a clean room. Like some
Yes,
of them are very
exactly.
simple.
Very simple.
Mm-hmm.
So this is my experience uh, right now, is when in the past it was really healing, mostly through spiritual tools like meditation, Reiki, stuff like that. Now I'm seeking experiences
Yeah.
because I'm done with healing. I want to experience healing. It makes
Yes.
sense. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that makes sense because it makes me think of a lot of people who start their spiritual journey, me being one of them, the crystals, the
Mhm.
books, the essential oils,
Yeah.
like you get all of the spiritual tools. And then you know in your mind, it's like, all I know, all I need is like prayer, God, myself. I don't
Hmm.
need anything, but those things help. They help get
Yes.
you to that frequency. And then you get to a point where it's like you don't need any of it.
You become so 3D, you have no idea.
Hmm.
You become so 3D, like, and then you start questioning yourself. Am I really spiritual? And I really wanted to mention that. Yes, you are. I know
Hmm.
sometimes you see a lot of things on the internet and it does not look like what you where you are at the moment, but I promise you this is normal. You are spiritual because 3D stuff are spiritual as well, like money,
Yeah.
like going to a concert, like intimacy,
Yeah.
finding love. All those things, 3D things, are very spiritual, and you have the right to experience them.
Yeah. I agree.
Before we get back to the episode, I want to tell you about something very close to my heart. It's a program called Life After. Life After is a life container for people who have gone through something that changed them, whether it's a diagnosis, a loss, a birth, a divorce, a moment where life split into before and after. This program's not about pretending everything is okay. It's about learning how to live again after the moment that changed everything. Inside the container, we will explore spiritual resilience, emotional awareness, and how to rebuild your relationship with yourself and with life. Doors open March 21st, 2026, and enrollment closes April 13th, 2026. Our first live call is April 13th, and we will be walking through this work together inside a very supportive space. If you feel like you're standing in your own version of life after, this program was made for you. You can find the registration link in the show notes. Now let's get back to the episode.
Mhm.
Is there a truth, mantra, or belief that now guides your decisions and sense of self?
Yes, there is.
Oh,
I
good.
even wrote it on my like calendar. I have like a weekly calendar
Oh,
on the
so cute.
table. This is like the table I work on in, you know. I have this
Mm-hmm.
calendar and then I have this mantra right here. It says, My will for myself is God's will for myself."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I took this from the book I mentioned uh,
Oh, okay.
earlier. Yeah, that mantra changed my life. I remember reading it and I was like, "Oh my God, God
Mm-hmm.
wants what I want." Because in religions we make it the opposite. God's the side and you worship him. And in the book it's like the opposite. God says to Neil, "I am here to serve you. What do you want? Like your
Mm-hmm.
decisions. I am here to manifest them. I am here to help you. See me as a best friend. Someone you
Mm-hmm.
can always count on, someone that will never hurt you or betray you on purpose." So yeah, it's a great reminder that what I want for myself is what God wants for me. Because sometimes when I was dreaming, I was like, maybe that's too big. That's not gonna happen.
Oh,
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
trying to
Yep.
limit myself. But then when I remember that I have God with me, He is making this happen. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
oof, you relax because it's not just you. You
Mm-hmm.
have this divine energy working behind the scenes to make your life your dream life. So
Mm-hmm.
I love this mantra. Yeah.
You're making me go back. I know we've brought up Christianity a lot, and it's not something I typically talk about because it was like my prior. I
Mhm.
was like 21 when I went to this church, and the one thing, it was a song that I heard was, "If God is for me, who could be against me?"
I
And
love it.
that's it.
Yes, that's
Like when
it.
you have that power, when you have God, there's nothing that you can't do.
Yeah. And oh my God, this is so beautiful you mentioned this because your perception of God is how God shows up in your life. And this is when I
Mm-hmm.
feel the religions are very dangerous because they make you believe that there is a vengeful, angry
Yeah.
God that is on your back. And so this reality manifests and it's crazy. So how
Mm-hmm.
you see God, because I've seen that, like the way I was seeing God, because I had this religion trauma, was always like someone that didn't want me to succeed,
Mm-hmm.
someone that was limiting me, someone that always was angry at me. I was never perfect, almost like
Mm-hmm.
a child with his father, and you're trying to please him, and you can never win, you know,
Yeah.
because you're ending up in hell anyway if you make any mistake.
Mm-hmm.
So it teaches you that you are wrong, like the way you are is wrong, and that you need to please not only God but people
Mm-hmm.
to feel worthy. And
Yep.
so when I let go of this belief, it was so freeing again, and I stopped acting that way, especially the people pleasing, because I felt inherently unworthy of love. So you
Yeah.
stop chasing love, and you stop giving to receive, and now you are worthy of love, and so you do nothing. You just receive it because it's your right. You're lovable.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy, like to just change this perspective.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So if someone's listening who is trapped in a family system or culture that doesn't honor their truth, what do you want them to know?
Mm. Wow. So if anyone is watching this, I want to first I want to say that I understand how hard it is. Okay. Um, because if you're aware that you are in an abusive home, you most likely try to talk about it. Maybe to your friends, maybe to family members, maybe to your teachers. And maybe some people made you feel crazy. Maybe some people made you feel like you're too sensitive. What are you talking about? This is your parents. This is
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like you can't talk about your parents like that. They know better. They raised you. Okay, so you're gonna experience this rejection of what you're feeling, and what's important that you do right now is you believe yourself. Okay, your
Mm.
feelings matters. Your feelings, what you're feeling is valid. Okay, and so I want you to give that validation to yourself, even if nobody in your entourage is giving you that, you have to give it to yourself, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And you have the right to feel these feelings. You have the right to, you have the right to acknowledge that your environment is not supporting your growth as a soul anymore. Okay? You have that right. I know, I know maybe a lot of people here watching are star seeds or I don't know. If you're a spiritual person, you definitely have been abused. I know, like it's crazy, but it
In some
has,
shape.
everyone, every spiritual person I know went through something.
Mm-hmm.
So what especially if you're a star seed, we all been put into toxic households or karmic families because they tried to trap you. They tried to make you believe like you have no power, you're unlovable, and yeah, like they try to make you stay stuck. And I want you to claim your power, okay? And so what you need to do is do your best. Maybe if you're underage, you can't leave right now. Try to do your best to not spend so much time with your family. And if you can leave, please do so. Save money, find somewhere safe, or ask for help. Okay, it's okay to ask for help, even if it's your family. I know, even if it's your family. And I want you to know that your biggest support system is not going to be people. Okay, it's going to be your divine team, your spiritual team. It's going to be God. Okay, like I said in a video that we're going to share, your divine, like the divine is your biggest supporter. And I want to say that you're stronger than you think, and we believe in you. You got this. If you take anything from this episode, is this: you are so strong. You can do this. Believe in yourself, and you have no idea where you can be in 1 year. Okay, I am the example. I would have never imagined doing this podcast talking about this. So you have no
Mm-hmm.
idea what can happen. Okay, so you're lovable. I know they tried to lie to you, but that was a lie, only a lie. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
you're amazing. You got this. Keep going.
Beautifully said, Octavia. That's so wonderful. I know that's going to land with someone who absolutely needs to
Yeah.
hear that.
That was the purpose of everything we did in
Yeah.
this 3 episode. That
Yeah.
part.
We were all building to that. That's so beautiful. What would you say to your younger self, the version of you who's still surviving and dreaming quietly of freedom?
Mm. Thank you. I just want to say thank you for your courage. Thank you for your resilience. Thank you for your planning. Thank you for your faith. And thank you because if you didn't take that leap of faith, that version of me would not exist. So thank you for that simple one action that changed the course of my life. And because of you, now I am free. I am free in my own kitchen.
Hmm.
I'm hearing only silence and peace, and I'm making birth charts from my couch,
Hmm.
and I'm having the most fun I've ever had in my life. And it's all because of you. You did it. And congratulations. I love you. Thank you. That's how I'd say.
That's beautiful. That is definitely
Yeah.
something to the younger self, is being thankful.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people probably struggle
Yeah. It's so
to come
easy
to
to make,
that.
yeah, when you're that version of yourself, it's so easy to make these healthy decisions. But when you are in that environment, it takes so much courage to, get yourself out of there. So I'm so thankful to that version of myself, because of her, I am doing this and I'm gonna, create more version of myself. So we're
Yeah.
all thankful to her. Thanks to her, we're all existing. All this, the timelines and the versions of myself until the day I
Hmm.
die are thankful to that version of myself that freed us. Oh my God.
Yes.
That's emotional.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
How can others hold hope when they're still in the middle of their own messy and painful healing journeys?
Yeah. I know, I know it can be so difficult to have faith. And it's not only when you're in an abusive home, it's everything that happens in life. We live in such a world when bad things happen all the time. Like you have no control over that. So there is two things here, okay? So if it's something that is out of your control, for example, sickness, or you're on a trial and you're waiting for the decision, okay? Those things, like you did your best, okay? Maybe you had a surgery and you did your best and you're waiting to feel better. Those things are outside of your control. So what I would say is give it to God. Give it in God's hands and
Hmm.
let it go. Okay? Don't try to control it. Don't try to stress about it. It's out of your hands. And it is in the hands of someone that is so much more smarter than you, powerful than you. Okay?
Hmm.
So just don't try to like maybe I no. He like has your back. He can fix it. Okay? Then there is a situation when you can or have the power to change your circumstances. Okay? So, for example, what I was like, if you're in a toxic environment, I'm sorry to say that, but no one is coming to save you. I know it's harsh. I know I had to say
Hmm.
that to myself. Okay. I know that there was a part of me that still believed someone was going to come save me. If I wait
Hmm.
just a little, maybe someone would come or I would receive help. There was a lesson I learned, which was I had to be my own savior. I had to
Hmm.
save myself. That was the lesson I needed to do. And a lot of star seeds out there, I'm sure, need to do. It's the same lesson. We're all like have the same lesson as star seeds, just to
Hmm.
take your power back, okay? So sometimes you have to do the work. And it's hard. I know it's hard,
Hmm.
but yeah, you have to do it. You have to take yourself out of that situation. And how you can have faith is by believing in yourself that you are powerful. So if you're scared, if you think you can't do it, you just give yourself that reassurance, give yourself that validation. Okay, I used to um, talk to myself in the mirror to get a little bit of confidence. Okay, I still do it until now. Like when I feel afraid or I don't feel like I'm good enough or successful, I talk to myself. Okay, I'll be like, no, what are you talking about? Huh? What the, what are you talking about? Do you want me to come? Like trying to like add some humor to it, you know.
Hmm.
So I would suggest this exercise, like just talk to yourself in the mirror. Okay, talk to yourself like how the person that loves you the most would talk about you. Okay,
Hmm.
this is how you gain faith, is by saying it to yourself. Okay, like give yourself that reassurance. Okay, because at the end of the day, you are your best friend. Nobody's nobody's gonna come tell you like have faith. Nobody's gonna come and tell you, oh, you're in an abusive household. Maybe you should go. Maybe you should leave.
Hmm.
Nobody's gonna come tell you that. Okay, you have to tell that to yourself. You have to be
Yeah.
honest with yourself, and sometimes say harsh truths to yourself. It's
Yeah.
not easy, but you have to say it. Because when you love yourself, you say to yourself the truth of it all.
Beautifully said.
Thank
That
you.
whole section right there, just yes, ditto.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
sometimes like hold yourself accountable, okay? Okay, kiddos.
One thing
Of
that
course,
you
I'm talking to, yeah, the old version of myself.
Yeah. One thing you said that really landed with me is hand it over. Like, let God. You get to manifest, you get to put these things out into existence, but
Mhm.
then we need to just and let it go and release it. We don't have to hold on to it. Jason and I went to a Christmas party last night, and our reverend said the funniest thing that I just thought was so funny. Um,
Mhm.
I was telling her I was working on a big manifestation, and it's out there and it's a big one, and I have my insecurities about it, and she's like, well, just stop and hand it to me and I'll hold it for you. And then she said,
Oh,
don't booger it up. You're gonna
yeah,
get it all boogery and let it go. And I thought, oh my God, that's so funny.
that's so true.
Because that's what we
I
do, we
mean,
get in our own way.
yeah, our human like ego self, yeah, they feel so unworthy. But I noticed like you always get what you want. Always. Like if you really like doing your work, there's nothing in the way, nothing blocking it. You simply ask once. God will give it to you. I've seen it so many times in my life.
Yeah. Well, that was wonderful. When you imagine your life moving forward, what excites you the most right now?
Hmm. I'm really, really excited to travel. I've never traveled before, so I'm so excited for that new version of me. That's gonna
Mm-hmm.
be, because also like in astrology we have the astrocartography. Have you ever heard of
I've
this?
not, that one I've not heard of, no.
Okay, so it's a type of reading in astrology, and it shows you your birth chart on the words map. Okay, and so every country
Oh,
and every city holds a different energy, depends on what planet on your birth charts lands on that exact city. So, for
oh,
example, let's say you have Venus in Paris.
okay.
This is where, if you travel there, where you will most likely meet the love of your life.
Hmm.
Or if you have Jupiter in, I don't know, Italy, for example,
Mm-hmm.
this is where you're going to make the most money, you're going to be more successful and experience the most luck. Okay, and it goes on.
Mm-hmm.
I would say there is some tricky ones like Saturn. Let's say Saturn is in America. So if you
Mm-hmm.
go closer to your Saturn line, you're going to experience a lot of, I would say, lessons. You're going to meet a lot of karmics, people, and yeah, you're going to most likely experience a lot of blocks and hardships because it's Saturn.
Mm.
And so I'm so excited to do this, travel to those
Yeah.
places, yeah, based on my birth chart and embody that energy. in myself, and yeah, it's going to create a new version of yourself. So traveling is very healing. It creates this new version of yourself. I'm really excited about that. So
Okay, I have to stop you
yeah.
there because what I hear coming through on my side is
Mhm.
uh that what you're gonna do right there is a book. It's a movie.
Mhm.
It is a whole
Mhm.
thing. Like you gotta
Mhm.
document and write all of that down
Oh
and
yeah. Oh, I
explain
will.
all of that
I
because
will.
to me that sounds like a more modern day eat, pray, love type of story.
I
Have
I always document. I love this. Like I
yeah.
always, because you can never know what's gonna happen. I always try to document when I feel called to it, because I know something is gonna show up that will help people believe in God. And so I know,
Mm-hmm.
like, when I'm gonna travel and I'm gonna document this, if something happens, this will help people believe in the power of God, and also astrology. Like, if I can give anyone and like one simple advice, learn astrology. If you can, there is a lot of free resources out there. I learned
Mm-hmm.
everything by myself. I've never done a course. I've
Mm-hmm.
never, bought something or anything. I learned everything by myself because I
Mm-hmm.
was so obsessed with it. And
Yeah.
uh, it helped me so much in my life, my business, because yeah, there is some business tricks you can know with astrology, certain days when business is better than other days. So because I love, this astrocartography thing, I'm so excited to. I know exactly like which cities,
That's
um,
wonderful.
yeah, are gonna hold the energy that I want. So yeah, I'm
I need
excited
to know
about that.
mine.
Yeah,
I need to know mine.
I will. So
That is so
I'm
cool.
excited. I'm excited about this. I'm excited about expanding my business. Going a little bit more than what we did this year. Um, I'm excited to publish my book. Actually, it's a trilogy, and
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to write all three before I published the first one,
Mm-hmm.
because it was a download. It was still fresh. I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
to like forget anything. So
Yeah.
the first one is finished. The second one is in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really excited. It's very funny. It's novel. So I'm sure like a lot of people are gonna find this very um, enlightening, but in a funny way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think humor is very healing as well,
Oh
and
yeah.
you can send so much messages with humor. Okay, and because I love this,
Mm-hmm.
I love humor. I didn't want it to be a sad book or whatever. I want it to be very funny. So it's just like a funny description of a star seed waking up in a 3D world where
I love it.
our world very funny. What's happening? Oh, I'm a star seed. I have boobs. I have a period.
Yeah.
I have to work. I need to have a job. It's very like very funny. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So I'm
so
really
great.
excited. I'm excited about the future, hopefully.
I'm excited for you. And you need
Thank
to write
you.
your version of Eat, Pray, Love, but with the astro, what is it called again?
Ah,
Astro topography?
Astrophysics or cartography.
Okay. Yeah. That
Cartography. Yeah.
you need to write your journey because that's so
Yeah.
amazing. As the first, so my last question here, as the first woman in your lineage to choose freedom, business ownership, and purpose over duty, how do you want to honor or celebrate this transformation?
This question made me very emotional because for a moment I saw my grandmother right here, right now, and I saw my mother, and I know they made a lot of mistakes in raising us, and my grandmother raising my mother. She had 15 kids. I mean, did she even have time to eat?
Mm-hmm.
They did their best. Okay, I don't want to like, you know, hold grudges against my mom and everything that happened. I knew that she could have made different choices, but at the end of the day, she did her best. with what
Mm-hmm.
she was given as a person. And sometimes it's very hard to forgive, you know? It's very
Yeah.
hard. And we're taught to just let it go, but it's not easy to just, erase everything. But, right now, I want to thank them in a way because they did their best, and they it's because of them that also gave me a lot of powers. I come from a very powerful lineage of witches. My grandmother had a lot of healing powers. My mother had a lot of healing powers.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that from them. Also, they gave me a lot of powers, a lot of strength. They're both very strong women, you know. Um, and also they were hurt by men. So I carried that trauma as well. And because they didn't know how to heal it, they were not able to have a spiritual awakening or do the healing they needed to do to have a better life. And so I wanted to honor them today. So I just want to say thank you for their strength. I know they went through a lot. Also, because right now, when I'm living here, so I moved in my grandmother's village, actually.
Mm-hmm.
It was random. I was not planning this,
Mm-hmm.
but everything happened, I had to move, and I just moved here, and it was actually my grandmother's village, and it made me closer to my female lineage,
Mm-hmm.
and I felt so protected in this area. Like my whole ancestors like brought me here. I was not aware of that, but I felt like my ancestors brought me here because there was a lot of healing that needed to happen here.
Yes.
And I remember seeing this vision. I was looking at there's a lot of nature here, and I
Mm-hmm.
saw my grandmother's and my mother's inner children
Mm.
were like running free. They were happy. They were so like like happy, healed because of the healing I did. And it's so beautiful and spiritual that it happened in here in this village.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember my grandmother grew up here, but when she got married, she had to leave this village. And I know she really loved it. So in a way, I brought them back here,
Yeah.
you know? So it's very beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah, I really wanted to honor the women in my life, the women in my lineage and women in general.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're a man listening to this, we love you. Seriously, like
Yes.
men, you have no idea how much healing it is to have a man, like a man you can trust. For a woman, it's so beautiful and healing. But
Yes,
like
absolutely.
womanhood, having women is healing as well. Like having women around you that celebrate you, that love you, that helps you, and like there is so much power in women gathering together and doing what we're
Yeah.
doing. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm so happy to do this today with you.
Me too.
So yeah, like I feel like all of this, everything we share, these 3 episodes, and this podcast purpose is just to help people, men, women, um, like heal and see someone's vulnerable story and maybe get something from that. So I'm
Yeah.
really, really like happy we got to do this, and
Me too.
I didn't let my I would say anxiety to be vulnerable or my fears stop me from sharing this, and maybe someone hearing this and can heal from this experience.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. So also like a way to celebrate this transformation and everything I went through is to not let it die. So it didn't happen for no reason, because everything that happened has to have a reason. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
really I will try my best to help women from this side of the word. It's very important. I met a lot of starseeds in my country, all of them very young, all of them still in abusive homes.
Hmm.
So I don't know how it's going to look like exactly and how much time it's going to take, but it's very important that we help each other here, especially in this part of the world where it's not easily like available to live by yourself or leave or, you know. So I know it's part of my purpose to do that, like through my story, through my journey to help women and also men, you know, I, especially about abuse. I
Hmm.
have You have no idea, like just the mention of abuse, especially children, makes me so angry. And I know because I
Yeah.
experienced this and I had to experience this so that something has to change in this world. I can't
Yeah.
believe we are in 2026 and there are still children being abused. This
Yeah.
is I'm sorry, this is like uh I can't. So we need to eradicate abuse.
Yes, I
It has
agree.
to it has
Your
to
story
end.
was your story. I was sharing that with Jason was like, I can't believe we're in this day and age and I'm listening to your story. Like,
Yes, it's crazy. Like
what is going on?
what is going on? And I know it's not shared enough in other countries and more modern like countries, but in Africa especially, like kids are really abused because we don't have access to healing tools. We don't have access to therapy, stuff like that, like basic things. Literally,
Hmm.
they don't even have basic needs met, like water, foods. You know, a lot of, uh, especially the south part of Africa, a lot of
Hmm.
kids are dying from hunger. So how their parents have time to like heal or do anything like that? So I
Exactly.
think the real work is here. So everything I went
Beautifully
through
said.
being from Africa, like it all made sense now that I realize this. So this is how I honor everything that happened, is through helping others, you know, through, my purpose.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
Thank you. Octavia, thank you for trusting us with your story. It was beautiful. I'm so glad we did this in three journeys, like three steps, and like got to dive in deep because had we just brushed over it in one episode, like we would have never gotten this deep. And
Mhm.
so I'm very
Yeah.
thankful for that. We went from the problem to the turning point to the transformation. You've shown what it looks like to break cycles, reclaim truth, and live in alignment. Your courage and wisdom will continue to ripple outward and reach exactly who needs to hear it. And to our listeners, remember your transformation is possible too. We'll see you in the next Wellness Case Files and Soul Centered Conversations here on the Wellness Studio podcast.
Bye.
Bye.